What's good, fam? And we're back with another anime rap report. I've got some updates here on Young Thug. This is an article from Hip Hop DX. Let's get into it. Young Thug denied a mistrial despite the judge scolding the haphazard prosecutors. Young Thug's motion for mistrial in his long-running RICO trial has been denied by the judge-elect. While this is a setback for the YSL rapper, Whitaker also slammed the prosecution for how they are presenting their case against Thugger, who they accuse of being the head of a criminal street gang. In a moment of frustration captured on the court's live stream, Whitaker admonished prosecutors, saying, "I don't want to malign the prosecutor standing in front of me, so I'm not going to say the possible things it could be, but it's baffling to me that with someone like yourself, with the number of years experience you have, time after time, continually, seemingly purposely trying to hide the ball to the extent you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. I really don't want to believe that's purposeful, but honestly, after a certain number of times, you start to wonder." And I mean, this is a great case of why Young Thug might be able to get a mistrial. He had a really strong case against him. This is great news for Young Thug. She added, "The case is being made much more difficult for everybody because of the haphazard way in which it is being presented." Whitaker then called for a brief recess and retreated to her quarters to consider the mistrial motion, but ultimately decided against it. Wow, so surprising. Here, let's take a look.
A mistrial is appropriate. I'm asking.
I can't figure out what it is. If it's disingenuous, if it is that, I don't want to malign the prosecutor standing in front of me right now, so I'm not going to say the possible things that it could be, but it is baffling to me that somebody with the number of years of experience that you have, time after time after time, continues to seemingly purposefully hide the ball to the extent you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. And I really don't want to believe that it is purposeful, but honestly, after a certain number of times, you start to wonder how it could be anything but that, unless it is just that you are so unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it. And I am sorry to say that, but this case is being made much more difficult for everybody because of the haphazard way in which it is being presented. I'm going to take a recess for a few minutes. I'll have a ruling when I get back.
And after seeing that, it's really surprising that she came back without calling for a mistrial. Young Thug's RICO trial is the longest-running courtroom saga in Georgia's state history and has seen no shortage of drama since it began in November of 2023. Most of the trial most remarkable moments have revolved around key witness Kenneth Lil Woody Copeland, who was granted immunity by the prosecution for his testimony. He previously told the court that he had been a prolific liar, saying, "Like I told you before, you called me to trial, I've lied, I've made things up, I told you this before, you all brought me in this courtroom and I'm telling you now. You asked me about 2015, I had got my life together, y'all trying to put me this on my conscience, y'all trying to put people's lives in my hands." He continued, "I don't want to be here, y'all pressured me, I'm tired of y'all, cause y'all wrong, and y'all black people doing this to us." Pretty heavy stuff, man. We're gonna see how this court case ends pretty soon.